All right. Hello, everybody out there. It is us. It's the Triple Clowns along with the Step Clown, Tom and Tom. It's just us today doing Delaware Park. You are the Delaware Park expert at this point, Tom.
I
So,
don't know, expert. I'm the Delaware Park guy. You know, it's a nice track. So I like to promote it. I appreciate you having me on here.
oh, yeah, no worries. Of course, you're always welcome on. You know
I'm,
that.
I'm
And it's
more of
just,
a I'm more of an entertainer than a handicapper. So
yeah, well, it's better than me. I'm neither. I'm just, basically handicapped. And yeah, we'll go through that. So, welcome everybody who's watching. If you're tuning in later on, because we are doing Saturday, July 10th, which we have been doing for a while. Let's see up there, July 10th, Delaware Park. That's right. We're going to do basically 5 through 9. It's really odd, Tom, and you can explain to me why maybe Delaware Park does not really give us a normal pick 5 or pick 4. Like, what is
well,
going on?
in this for today, I'm sorry, for tomorrow, race 9, which is the Delaware Handicap, is actually the start of the cross country pick 5.
Okay.
So it got excluded from a pick 4, pick 5 uh, solely for Delaware Park. And I think the pick 5 starts at race 3. But we have the pick 4. We have two stakes. Two stakes. We got some good racing. Of course, race 9 is the Delaware Handicap.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go through it right now. Yeah, it is odd because we're going to be starting at race 5 here, and basically we're going to do 5, 6, 7, 8. So that I think that is a pick 4. I do believe that's a pick 4 starting in 5,
Right.
and then we'll go over the Delaware Handicap, which is the 9. And I am really impressed by Delaware Park because they named the first stakes race that we're going to go over after me the Dick Memorial. I didn't realize that, but they really did. And Tom, you being married, you understand what a Dick Memorial is. I mean, it's just, rest in peace. It's terrible. I'm sorry, Mrs. Tom out there. I don't know you. I've never met you, but I'm just joking.
It's fine.
Yeah.
She probably loves it. She probably loves it. Yeah, Mr. Dick was a nice man. He was a really nice guy.
Is that what it is? Is that what the Dick Memorial is? Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Denny? Yeah. Trusty Picks. Nice to see you here, buddy. I think I saw you last night on the show too. I was on Razor's show last night. We did that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I couldn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed that. You're probably out drinking somewhere. That's fine.
Nah.
Totally understand that.
Never. A school night? Never. In
night.
bed.
You're still trying to get that GED, huh? Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Right.
The good enough degree. That's what we call that where I'm from. The good enough degree.
Good enough.
That's it. That's all you cared about. All right, so let's get into it. Race 5, Delaware Park, Saturday, July 10th. We have the Dick Memorial. I like how I stress the word Dick. It's almost a marathon. We got mile and 3/8, longer than these horses probably want to go or will go or have gone. So let's call it kind of a marathon. I don't know what considers a marathon. Is that over a mile and a half? Whatever, it's close enough.
I can't. I have trouble walking a mile and a half, let alone running a marathon. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like 25 miles. But to this, I think they call it might be a marathon. It's right around it. Let us know in the comments if I'm wrong. All right, so let's go with it. So Tom, tell me, race 5. I know you have this broken down. Let's go into it right now.
Yeah, race 5 it's an interesting one, and we're going to be on the turf. Luckily, we're not going to get this rainstorm that they were predicting. But the turf is a little bit wet. And we'll see how it goes for tomorrow. It's a nice sunny day out. Might change my picks based on the weather in the next 24 hours. But I'm starting my pick 4. I actually have 4 horses in this first race. I like the number 1, Hotsy Totsy. Like that it is, and it gets back to being on the turf. It's an Irish horse, bred in Ireland, and it likes the wet. The turf that is how it's sitting right now is similar to Irish turf. Just if you think about it, the moisture and everything like that overseas, which we're having here. This one, we've got Jamie Rodriguez in the irons. He has been firing them off. So right now he's morning line's 15-1. I don't think we're going to see that come tomorrow. I also like the 4, which is Michelin. I can't read my own handwriting. With Joe Bravo in the irons. he loves running on the turf. And we were just talking before the show this morning, Randy. Bravo won here at Delaware Park just on Saturday in the turf with Yes This Time. Came up off the pace. And Joe Bravo, as you'll see in my couple later picks, he's been owning Delaware Park. He had about 3 or 4 stakes here just this year. So I have 1, 4. I also like the number 5 Temple City Terror, coming off of an electric last race. And my final horse that I like, another little bit of a bomber. And the prodigal son is coming back. Trevor McCarthy is coming back to Delaware Park for the day. And he's on this 9, La Dragonita. Again, similar. It's a British horse, similar in breeding to that number 1. And we'll see what happens. I like that 9 as kind of a long shot coming out of the gate. So I have 4 horses. I have the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 9.
All right. Well, I agree with you and I knew you were going to go with your boy McCarthy, which, by the way, I saw, and I was trying to get to talk to him and tape it for you, but I didn't get to catch him in time. Who's very tall for a jockey.
Yeah, he's 5'9".
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Very tall for a jockey. But anyway, yes, the Dragon T, which I like to call the horse, La Dragon T. The Dragon T, I do like. I have 3 deep. You used 2 of mine. So I won't go into those much, but I played the 2, 5, 9 here. Candy Flower, I feel like could go to the lead and steal it. That's the only thing I want to go with that horse because of. And you're the expert at Delaware. I haven't been watching enough to be like, is Early Speed holding up that much? Because I do think Candy Flower is going to go to the lead, and I think can run this distance. If you look, ran second at 1.5 miles at an $81,000 race, so it's okay. And I got to take the horse I think is going to go on a lead because that's what I do all the time. Because people don't realize, especially on turf races that are long, Early Speed wins, and I say this all the time, more than people think. It does. Early Speed wins.
We saw it here yesterday where we had a small $50,000 stakes race, and the horse that did take the lead won with Angel Suarez in the irons, and that was a turf race.
Yeah, like a lot of turf routes and even long ones, Early Speed holds up. We always think this weird like European thing where we have this big stretch and they come down. If you look if you look at the percentages, it's really not that. So always give me the Early Speed because you know what, that it's up to them to win the race or run around it. So I'm going to go with the 2, but I did play the 9 as well. Like we talked about it. And I think he'll be stalking from out there. I think he's going to get the trip this horse wants in that 9. I don't think he'll be on the lead, but if he does chase a hot pace, which could be the 8 and the 2 going to the lead there, I think he definitely has a shot. And like a lot of things you said, I do like the 9 because of that. But I'm also going with Temple City Terror, who we talked about. I think Temple City Terror, this is great distance for this horse.
It is.
I think this horse has ran against much better than in this race when you really look at it, getting beat by a length by Daddy is a Legend. I mean, Summer in Saratoga, we just saw that horse come back and win, right? So that looks good for this horse. So 6-1 seems like when you said that about the 1 going down, I think this 5 could be around one of the favorites.
Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. That, I mean, we'll see what happens, but I agree with you. I mean, once the betting public starts doing what they do, you're right. You're right about Temple.
Yeah. So I'm going to go. So in order, I'll go 2, 5, 9, which I mean, in the order I actually like them is 5, 9, 2, but I'm going to go. So it's 2, 5, 9 for easiness of somebody writing it down. 2, 5, 9 for me in race 5. So let's get right into it for race 6 here. Race 6, we have what is this now? A stakes, mile and 16th stakes.
Mile and 16th, the Battery Park Stakes. A young Randy used to play at Battery Park right here in Wilmington, getting into fisticuffs.
True story.
He was telling me it's quite the rapscallion when he was a younger lad.
Not by choice all the time, but it did happen.
The 6th race, and it's one thing that you mentioned about the turf. It's holding opposite here And my buddy Mike, who writes for the Racing Biz, pointed this out to me. You might know him as Saddles and Silkies. Sulkies. The horse that's on the lead on the dirt, I think it's coming up like at a 15% win rate. So you're running the race in the first turn. Nobody wants the lead. It's a very interesting. It's a little bit of a track bias, so to speak. But that's one thing that a couple of us here at Delaware Park have noticed, and it happened in the dirt yesterday. It happened in the first like 3 or 4 races. Just something to consider as well. But for the
you do have a horse that's going to go to the lead here. I mean, obviously, there's always going to be a horse that goes to the lead, but I think there's a horse that actually has head and speed above.
Yeah, there's a couple people that I've talked to. I think a couple people are going to probably be singling your buddy Sweezy's Fat Man, which I can't say many bad things about that.
I love Fat Man. I do. He's one of my picks, but
I mean,
Fat Man's not going to the lead. Fat Man's going to be sitting maybe last.
No, he's got that late kick. Fat Man's got that late kick that I like. And I like the drop in class. He was running with a little bit better company before. Another horse that I like is Deal Driven. He's been in the money 3 out of the past 4 times. My buddy Troy Johnson is the owner. He has been firing off horses left and right. And Deal Driven also does have that late kick that I like as well. And this, I should have only gone 2, but I'm going 3 deep here. I like the 1, Magic Michael with Frankie Pennington. Not my favorite jockey, but he's coming off a very, very impressive last race at Parks. He did run neck and neck with Deal Driven just a couple weeks back at Parks. Jamie Ness is not the best stakes trainer. But I think he can. I'm playing this as a 3-horse exacta as well with a 6, 4, and 1. But not sure if the 1. I'm going to kick myself if the 1 does win. So I'm including him in my pick 4. So I have just a numerical order 1, 4, 6 for my 3 horses for this race.
Well, yeah, that's funny you mentioned the 1 because I went back and forth with the 1. I didn't end up playing him because I went too deep, but it's one of those horses I always talk about that. I mean, what's this horse done wrong lately? And it's really just what it is. This horse is, looks great lately. Like, I don't care what it's running against. Wins are wins. He's winning by a lot. So I got you there, but I'm surprised you didn't mention this 2 here.
Yeah, that was my last throw out.
Yeah, I feel like looks much the best. I know it's going to be the chalk, and I'm going dead chalk here because I'm going with the Fat Man as well. Because I think the 2 could stalk near the pace. You did talk about early speed, where makes me want to play this 5. I think this 5 could go out to a big lead here because I think you're right. Everybody's a closer in this race, right? Besides, I mean,
he's coming off a nice last race.
Yeah, and this is a horse that wouldn't go to the lead in a normal race, but I feel like here could be out to the lead by 5. So with that being said, I'm not playing the 5, but if you're out there listening, the 5's not a bad play with after Tom almost talked me into it with this early speed holdup. I mean, we talked about that with Monmouth where it was 35% on the dirt sprints, 35% early speed. 15% is a lot. 35 is ridiculous. But, 15 is a lot if they're winning at 15. So
yeah,
keep that in mind. But I'm going dead chalk here. I'm going with, I think, just the straight up 2 highest numbers, all the numbers crunch with the 2-6 here with Fat Man. Shout out to Sweezy with that call. I did see that you put that up there. But, I mean, and also, Fat Man entered at Parks.
And he scratched. I guess
and
it was
he
on
scratched
Tuesday,
to
maybe.
go to this race. Always means something with that trainer.
Right.
Definitely thinks he has a good shot here. So keep that in mind if no one saw that on the program. This horse was like, I don't know, last week or something, right? Wasn't it like last week?
Yeah, it was like Tuesday or something. Because I asked Shu if he knew what was going on, and he's like, I don't. He said I'd probably just stick at Delaware Park. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah. So they usually know more than we do. And obviously thinks he has a good shot if he didn't just go to Parks and win that race. So
yeah. Sweezy's got one in the first race as well, just as a side note. So we're moving along to the 7th.
Yeah, let's go.
We are going 1.70 miles on the sweet turf out here at Delaware Park, which I'm broadcasting live from.
Yes, you are.
I'm under the 10. It's about 95 degrees out here, so I had to get some shade. I didn't think you would want me like sweating like a racehorse, no pun intended, on your stream.
Tom's washed out, by the way.
This was an interesting race, and it's one of those races where there's, what do we have, 14 horses, but we also have a couple of also eligibles. And I like an also eligible, but I'm not. It's one of those I'm going to wait until see what happens. Those also eligibles will get entered in the race if one of the other horses gets scratched. But the one also eligible that I like, that I will put on my ticket, but I is the number 13, Dance Pants. I'd like to drop in class. Danny has been on fire in the irons, but if he's not going to enter, I'm 3 deep I'm starting with the number 1 horse, Be Yourself. Not sure why this horse is 15-1 morning line. The rail post here is popping out, 22% clip. He won his last race in very impressive fashion on the turf here at Delaware, with Jamie in the irons as well. So that 15-1, I'm going to jump all over. I'm going to play it horizontally, vertically, upside down, all kinds of ways. Another horse that I like here is the 7, Spanish Diorio. Another horse coming off a nice last race. When Trevor and Hammy Smith get together, which they used to dominate down at Laurel and Pimlico, that's just a nice combination that they have, jock and trainer combo. And I also like the 5, Dreaming of Carrots. Really had a nice razor sharp workout on the 4th of July. Another really impressive horse in the grass. And again, I like my drops. This 5 was running in better company that's going to be running with tomorrow. So I have the 1, 5, 7. If the 13 is eligible, I'm going to throw that in. I think if the 13 is eligible, I'm going to do a win bet on that 13. But so 1, 5, 7.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Delaware Park a little better. I mean, obviously at other tracks, I know like main track only and also eligible are obviously different. I didn't know if Delaware is like, if this isn't the main track, even if the scratch is, the 13 will be in the race. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah. Okay. I think that's usually how it works. But yeah, I've never seen so many scratches here, even on nice days. It's just something that's been going on recently, but we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, Dreaming of Carrots, I did look at a little bit. I went too deep here, and there's a horse here I wanted to ask you about because at 12-1, Big Tall Dog, because I don't see this horse at 12-1. I think this horse's numbers wise are like one of the strongest in numbers at 12-1. I don't understand it. I don't know how the outside is, but I do think this horse is going to be near the lead, if not on the lead, which is kind of scary, these $16,000 races. I mean, he's not dropping because he ran 16 last time, but it's kind of a drop. He's been over, with bigger horses before in a sense. 12 starts, 1 win. I mean, this is a horse that might not know how to win. I mean, let's face it. At 12-1, I have to play this horse. I have to.
And that was my last kick out. And only reason why, like I was mentioned earlier, the rail has been dominating here. Anything on the outside, it's it's a track bias, kind of thing that the outside. I'm not saying don't play it, but the outsides haven't been doing too hot here. I mean, I like the 12, but just it's one thing that it was a pro and con kind of thing for this horse. Okay. I had to throw it out.
Yeah, no, all right, and I went with Lexatoga, the 10.
Yeah.
Well. And on my notes here, I think this horse needs to break, has a problem with breaking, but if can break a little bit, I think that, the trainer, there, Hendricks, is on fire right now.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't like, I mean, is this one of those, this is a weird one, and I have trouble with horses with layoffs. This horse hasn't run since before Halloween. and sometimes they are primed. Sometimes they use it for a workout. You know what I mean?
But
It's maybe
did you
was
see
Hendrick say
the trainer's numbers on the layoffs? Like a 99.
90. Yep.
Yeah, like or 90. Yeah, it's like so. I kind of
Yeah.
looked at that and been like, he does that. So I agree. I don't like a horse off a layoff with a lot of trainers because just do a
Yeah.
merry-go around, get him in shape. But he seems like he throws his horses out and claiming down. He's got a huge number. If you look at that, it really fits with what this trainer does, which is an odd angle. It's an odd angle, like to be like that far off a layoff, dropping down, a claimer down. It's a weird angle, but I did like it. So I'm going to go a little ballsy here and go 10-12. I'm just going to go 10-12. I'm making a cheap ticket.
I like it. I like it. Angel won here yesterday on the turf. I like it.
I'm just going 10 down. And I do like how you said the cookie instead of Dioro. You like Diorio. I did like how you went the cookie angle there with Spanish Oreo or whatever. But because if everyone doesn't know, Medaglia d'Oro is a coffee in Italy. Tom, you're a guinea like myself. You should know.
I am.
It's a coffee in Italy. Medaglia.
I didn't know that though.
It's like Folgers to them. Yeah, it's a coffee name.
Oh, so it's just like
a coffee. It's a coffee. Yeah, I'm probably
learn something new. What did I learn from watching your show last week? That Ohio has Amish people. So now I learned that now I learned that
I think I was right with that town too. Wasn't
you were. I commented on the thing. Yeah. Amish. There's actually a lot of Mennonites in Ohio as well.
See, always learning.
Mennonites have the cars. They have the black cars. The Mennonites.
Yeah. I've been through enough of that. You should have known that being in Delaware and Pennsylvania. Like, that's like Amish country.
Yeah. I went to school up there by Lancaster, so I know them all.
There you go. So learn new things every day here. Hopefully, you can teach you how to hit a pick 5. Look at Sarah and her cheap pick 6 that she got beat with a 2-5 shot. That was pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Did you see that? That was bad. But.
Like I said, you're going to have a few laughs with us. With any luck, we might actually hit a race or two. But
exactly. You never know. You're gonna learn something. Hopefully, I'm learning something all the time. All right, so let's go to race 8 because I get really boring here real quick.
I hated this race. I hated this race.
I pulled an AJ. I was like, either I'm going to play all or I'm going to single a horse. That's pretty much, and I ended up singling a horse.
Yeah, it is. This race is going to be a killer. There's going to be some oddball horse that wins, or a horse that I kicked out is going to win. I went 3 deep here. I'm starting with the 1 because I said Mark Reed has been hot lately here. He's been training since longer than either of us have been alive. Cool dude. And again, this guy might have a big day tomorrow. Angel Suarez in the irons. I think that it's an interesting jockey switch. Carol Cedeno was the jock just a couple weeks ago, and Mark went with Angel. That might say something to us. Saw he had I saw it the other day, nice razor sharp workout. I was actually watching it with Mark the other morning. And I think going down to 6 furlongs might suit this horse. I also like the 2, Cashan. I think that again, the drop helps. Came off a really, really hot last race here at Delaware on the dirt. And it's a horse that was moving pretty well at Gulfstream last year. Now it's moving up north and hasn't really missed a beat, running with a little bit lesser class, and it's doing its job. And I like the 3. I want 1, 2, 3 here. Eloquent Speaker, which I am not one, with Mike Sanchez in the irons. Oops. Sorry, my phone was ringing. Damn day job is calling me. Come on. But Mike Sanchez in the irons. I do like that. He has the best dirt speed. And again, getting back to jockey trainer combos, Sidham and Sanchez have been firing off lately. 2 for 2 over the past couple days. So I went 1, 2, 3 here.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so crazy because you did it again where I have a single here and you didn't mention him. The 7, Be Sneaky, I think is much the best horse in this race.
Yeah.
You're definitely going inside though. I've seen I think you played the 1 in every race.
Oddly enough, I do. Yeah, I do. The only reason why I didn't have Be Sneaky is because of that early pace. I like everything about Be Sneaky. I like the jockey on Be Sneaky. I like the shorter distance, but I'm just going back to what we were talking about earlier with that early speed, and it might come back and kick my ass. I don't know.
Well, I like your stretch out angle with and I was going to ask you the Tampa to Delaware Park transition. Has that been holding up?
It has, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tampa and and it's we see a lot. I'm talking to a couple of the jocks and the jockey agents that it has been. Of course, unfortunately, the betting public is onto it as well. But if you play the right horse at the right time, it is holding up a little bit. Not winner's circle all the time, but definitely on getting in the money.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I was wondering that. And, so it makes my point even more with Be Sneaky, because I do think if Be Sneaky runs the same race he ran at 7 furlongs last time out in Tampa, he wins. I think he wins 6 furlongs all day. I like the stretch out angle you had with, was it the 1 or the 2 that stretched? The 1. I like the horses that do that stretch out. Mile and 70, runs around, then drops back, was more its distance. I like that stretch out because that was only less than a month ago. I do like that with the run more. And I mean, can we throw out, even though closed for second, but it was in the slop, it's okay.
Right.
7 just has such great numbers compared to the other horses. And like I said, this is one of those races that I was like, either I'm going to play the horse that just looks like the best horse, or I'm going to play them all. Because
and I may come tomorrow. I may have 3 different horses. I mean, it's this, like I said, this one I was looking at it yesterday afternoon when Sarah asked me to be on the show, and then I was looking at it again this morning. I had like 5 different combinations here.
Yeah, and I'm trying to be cheaper because I know how we had actually I don't know if you saw the conversation we had with Ellis Starr, and I know I do hear people chirping a lot at when people give out pick 4s and pick 5s that are like $100 tickets or $200 tickets. I know the guys at TBG, they're capped. They're not allowed to give out one that's over like $70 or something like that. Because I told you that. Yeah, because I'm kind of trying to do it for every man, like what I honestly would play. So it's like one of those, and I don't have much money. So let's face it, like I'm not going to play a huge ticket. But
no, I think my ticket's $108.
Is that what it is? 108?
Yeah,
that's not. I mean, if you're going and that's your track, cool. Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a nice at the Delaware Oaks on Saturday. I had a nice day, so I have a little bit more money in the kitty, so to speak.
There you go. Because I mean, we all know as a degenerate gambler, as yourself, shout out to Degen Nation, because that's why you're watching, because you're all degenerates right now.
Absolutely.
That's what happens. We're not happy until we lose all our money. It's just
what it is. Absolutely.
We're up 20 grand. That just makes 20 grand more we can lose. I mean,
and then gives me more money for my orange smashes here that are $8 a pop. And
there you go.
And, yeah. Hey.
$8. Good thing you're not in California. It's like 15 probably.
Oof.
Yeah, probably. I haven't seen Del Mar this year. Who knows? Probably trying to catch up from last year. All right, so I'm going one. I'm singling here.
Be Sneaky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Razor. What's up, Matt? What's up? Yeah, Razor. Yeah, no problem, man. I got kicked out like last second. I didn't get kicked out. I don't know. Maybe Nick kicked me out. I don't know. I just went away and I was trying to go. But good seeing all you guys out there. Always good to see all you people out there. Delaware representing. Which I thought it was funny. I did hear that you guys dropped our name with Mike Smith. It's kind of funny. Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike's great dude, isn't he? It's great.
Yeah, we got his. Yeah. I got Razor's picture with him before, in between races or something. It was nice. Yeah, I said, hey, we're buddies with your buddies, the Triple Clowns, Sarah and Randy. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I know those guys." I said, "Listen, I don't know who AJ is." I said, "He's like the special needs kid that they
You
have."
might not. Yeah, you might not exist. You don't know
And he just kind of stared at me and laughed.
that. There you go.
But
Oh,
Razor got his picture, so that's all that counts.
yeah, that's awesome. No, Razor always a pleasure to do.
Yeah, he seemed like the dude
Yeah,
stopped for like so many pictures and signed autographs and shit. And he did what he came to do. He won with Crazy Beautiful.
yeah, he's well, yeah, and like he said, if you listen to our anybody out there hasn't watched our interview with him, it's really cool. And when we we'll go back and forth about him not winning the Arlington Millions, and also, he's that guy, man. He's that guy. That's what's your favorite track? The one I'm winning at. And that's it.
Yeah.
He's that guy. Which that's why he is.
He told me he was a nice guy. He was a very nice guy. Just my limited. So when I saw him, I mean, there was a couple mid-level jockeys that were blowing people off, and Smith was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's pretty much par for the course. That's funny, but yeah, welcome everybody. All right, so let's get into race 9, the big one, which I can't really talk much about because I think this is a one-horse race. I really do, and I know you probably know where I'm going here. I mean, I've been a fan of this horse. I don't know why I liked Munnings a lot, and Munnings horses aren't doing much. And when I say that, obviously I'm going Bonnie South hard, and that's it. I just think I don't think this crop is that good. So when I say that, I'm talking about race 9, by the way, guys, and that is the
Delaware Handicap.
Delaware Handicap. I'm just not crazy about, I think there's the females out there now are what? Like, who do we have running? Swiss Skydiver, Bonnie South. I don't even know if I'm going to go with She Dares the Devil. Okay, throw her in there too. I like Moonlight. Obviously, Moonlight I'm a fan of because I go see her a lot, and I think she's gonna come back strong and be right up there with those females. But was it 4 deep? You know what I mean? Like, it's like
very
like, keep on against the girls. Like, come on.
Yeah, very disappointed in this in the race here with who's entered. But you can only bet with you can only wager on what's at the track. So you're just like Bonnie.
That's it. I mean, I don't know how you can't. I mean, I think, listen, Latruska's running obviously on fire, and I went after her a little bit, being like, well, let's settle down. She's not running against anybody, and this and that. But I think she's great. I think the Monomoy Girl thing. I think 8 out of 10 times Monomoy Girl beats her. She jumps 2 shadows. Florent looked like he took the ride off. Don't get, and I'm not being a homer for Monomoy at all. I just think that was a weird race. And there's nothing wrong with even getting beat by Monomoy Girl. I mean, Monomoy Girl's a monster. I think Latruska, Monomoy Girl. I hope Monomoy Girl comes back. Which she's doing well. I do know that for a fact. She's doing okay. Swiss Skydiver comes back. Moonlight comes back. I think then we have some races to talk about.
Yeah, no, there was rumor that Swiss was going to be entered in this a couple of weeks ago, but that fell through. We're on the back stretch. Swiss is going to be in this one, but I mean, I don't think Bonnie's. I have Bonnie on my ticket. I don't think she's going to win.
Oh, really? Okay. So who do you like? You tell me. I just told you I think Bonnie's just the best horse.
I like a couple of horses in this race actually. I like Miss Marissa, the 6, and I also like the 3, Dream Marie. They were just entered here in a stakes race last month with Dream Marie, excuse me, and Joe Bravo. Again, getting back to him, he was a hell of a race between Marie and Miss Marissa. Marissa stumbled a little bit out of the gate, but I think Marissa is a better horse than Marie. So I've got the 3, the 6, and the 5. But Miss Marissa also she won Maryland Millions just back in October. It's a very very good horse, and it's sitting at 6-1. I hit that exact with the Dream Marie and Miss Marissa at the Obadiah last month, and I might do that again here with put Bonnie on there just to be safe. But yeah, 3, 6, and the 5, and again, Bravo has been going to start calling him Delaware Joe Bravo because all he does is come here to Delaware and win. I think the jockey on the 5 is a little bit overrated. But you put anywhere, if you put anyone on in a Cadillac, they can drive the Cadillac. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
but yeah, so I think we might have a little bit of an upside. I don't think I wouldn't. I mean, listen, if Bonnie wins, am I going to be surprised? No. But yes, see what? Yeah, hopefully, man. I'll be in the paddock area.
There you go.
But if Bonnie wins, I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be upset. This is one of might be chasing a little bit of a price with Marissa, but just looking at Marie and Marissa up close, they're not the SoCal horses, Randy. Sorry, they can't all be Del Mar horses.
Well, I was just about to say the one thing they do have is the home court advantage. I mean, and there is something to that. It's sleeping in your own bed. You know what I mean? Yeah. There is something to that. I just don't know if these horses I like Dream Marie and Miss Marissa a lot. I think they're good horses. I just don't know if they're that level. When you see that, like you kind of said, and like not to be like a snob about like Southern California racing, but it's like, is $100,000 stakes race better in Delaware than a $70,000 allowance in California? The Southern California, because we can't include Golden Gate in that. Is it like is that horse that won the $50,000 allowance probably going to beat that stakes horse in Delaware?
Listen, we've had this conversation many times before. That's one of my, horse comes here from Del Mar. Oh, and just like a generic Wednesday, boom, I'm unloading.
Well, what just makes it go to show like they need to increase the purses out in SoCal, because it is true. You have horses.
That's a whole other. But
they could win at Saratoga at like 100,000. They have 100,000.
But also those horses. But also, those horses get spoiled. They're not used to running in the dirt or the slop or anything. You put one little bit of element on those Southern California horses. They shiver up, and they're like Ben.
That's why I was so impressed when Vertical Threat went to Ohio in like November, where it was like sloppy, cold, and I'm like, oh, this is a SoCal horse. He might be like, oh hell no, and he still wins by like 10. I was like, okay, this horse is tough. He don't.
Yeah, that's when you know. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, it is. If you're going to have a horse, wouldn't you just at this point?
Sunny Secret. All right. Cool, man.
Yeah. So Tom will be there tomorrow representing.
Yeah, I'll be running around. Ask Razor. I'm never in the same place twice.
Yeah. Right.
I think I did about 25,000 steps here last Saturday.
There you go. So you will see Tom there tomorrow. So okay. Yeah. So what's your ticket? Mine is short. What's your ticket for everybody out there? What do you have? Name everybody's thing before we get going.
My ticket.
So we obviously have to do the pick 4 and then whatever. Use our last race.
I have starting in race 5. I have 1, 4, 5, 9. Race 6, 1, 4, 6. Race 7, 1, 5, 7. If the 13 is entered, I also have the 13. Race 8, I have 1, 2, 3. In the 9th race, which is the Delaware Handicap, I have a 3, 5, 6 exacta box, and I'm going to do a 4-horse trifecta box in the Delaware Handicap, the 2, 3, 5, and 6.
Okay. So what is that? You said 108 for that ticket for the 50 cent?
That would be that's outside of that was 108 for my pick 4. That didn't include my the Delaware Handicap. That I do that separate because it was 108 for my pick 4.
Okay, so I'm going with a big $6 50-cent pick 4. By the way, that's mine. $6, which I'll probably get greedy and throw another couple horses in. But I went 259 with the 2-6 with the 10-12 with the 7, and I'm going Bonnie South Strong in the last race. So, like I said, I'll probably be not that cheap, but
the sweet turf here.
There it is.
Where we'll be racing tomorrow. Coming down the stretch here. They're cutting the grass. Inside information. They're cutting the grass now. Shh! Don't tell anybody.
Oh boy! Now, wait, I got to change my bets. I think you and Razor need to race around that track. I think we'll all watch that.
I think that I might have a heart attack before I get to the quarter pole. You've seen me. I wouldn't exactly call myself Carl Lewis.
Well, you're a big man. I got to say that. I'm a tall guy, but you're like taller than me or my height. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I cut back to drinking a little bit, so I actually lost. I probably lost about 10 pounds.
I see Razor drinking a lot. I don't know how long he can go around the track, but he's young. He's younger.
Yeah, he's a young guy.
Yeah, he's probably going to be fine. Yeah. We'll get Guillermo out there. We'll all do a race. Actually, we're trying to set up we were trying to set up a while ago. I talked to Sarge about it and a couple other people. I think Todd Trupp. We wanted to get a race for all of us to do the harness racing. To do like a race where we race the trotters, like all of us.
Awesome.
I don't want to say famous because I'm not famous, but you know what I mean. Like
you're very famous.
Todd Trupp, like me, Sarge, we're all in that race, and people can bet on us because they do those celebrity races like that, where it would be a lot of fun. But I feel like I would try way too hard and probably hurt myself because that's what I do. But that'd be a lot of fun. But there it is. So $108. Tom, are you going to actually play it? Everybody wants to know. Are you actually going to play this the way you did?
We'll see what happens tomorrow with the weather and everything. But yeah, I mean, I asked the fellas. I don't generally go over $100 on my tickets. Try to be thrifty, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens the first couple races. If I lose the first couple races, I may shave off a couple of horses in that pick 4.
All right. So anybody out there, if you've looked at the whole card, I don't know yet, Tom, is there somebody out there that you haven't talked about that maybe you have a single for Delaware?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually one of my favorite races of the day is the race number 4, where we're gonna have a battle between two local legends. One is Chubb Wagon, which Chubb is 7 for 7 lifetime running at Parks, Aqueduct, Pimlico. It's just a beautiful specimen. Very excited to see Chubb up close and in person, going against the number 5, Hello Beautiful. It's a Russell special, the Brittany Russell trainer, Sheldon Russell jockey combo, which is another local legend. 15 starts, 7 wins, 3 places in 1 show. Hell of a horse. Ran down in Maryland most of its life. And yeah, I'm really excited to watch the battle between those two in the fourth race here tomorrow.
And we thought the only local legends in Delaware were DuPont or Biden, and that was it. That's all.
Boo. We're known for
Foxtrotter and Biden. Way to go! But actually, I think Foxcatcher. Sorry, not Foxtrotter.
Yeah.
Foxcatcher was in Pennsylvania. That was Pennsylvania.
Foxcatcher was in Chester County, Pennsylvania. Yeah,
but they're from Delaware.
Don't associate me with those two. You know,
somebody else in Delaware.
Delaware's known for like Fight Club and Razor. I mean, come on.
You have Razor. That's it. Razor. Yeah. That's all you have is Razor and you. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And the ocean and Delaware Park. I mean, come on. Don't.
Very
We're starting to lose viewers now that we're ripping apart presidential candidates or whatever they are.
Delaware, very underrated for beaches, by the way. I just want to say that out loud. Very underrated for beaches. And I can say that I live in California on the beach. So I think Delaware's got great beaches. Really does.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun day tomorrow. And it's not gonna rain. It's gonna be a good time. Like I said, our prodigal son's returning, Trevor McCarthy. Excited. He's having a baby girl. He just put out on social media yesterday. Pretty cool.
Yeah, your boy. I'm sure you're going to stop and see him. That's your boy. I was going to drop your name when I saw him. By the way, that's
wow.
Yeah.
Now you know I've arrived. If Randy's dropping my name. But yeah. Well, yeah. He's going to be on. I think he's going to be on 5 Mounts tomorrow, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see Guillermo brought up Soothsay, and I went against Soothsay in the thing, and I'll tell you what. I got to say, and I'm going to say this out loud. I've said this before. Pratt doesn't always break with his horses. Do you ever notice that? Like, he's not the greatest gate jockey. He's a great
Well,
jockey.
just how about that Indiana Oaks? Holy Christ!
Yeah, I mean,
he came back and had a hell. Finish it off beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's weird to me because Pratt was going to go on Vertical Threat, and I was like, ooh, like Vertical Threat already has trouble breaking. He's a big rusher. I'm like,
he's on Cone Lima, the one in the Belmont Oaks on Saturday. I like that horse.
Great, but there's times he misses his break a lot. I feel like he's
I know.
Great gate jockey. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but anyway. All right, Tom. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're the Delaware guy. I mean, you've gone on to other things, but so people are going to be taking what you're saying to heart, Tom.
I know. Yeah. It's a shame on them. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're out there watching them work out. You know,
I know. I'm just...
You know what, Guillermo? I think Mike Smith is when he has to be, but he definitely is not afraid of not breaking with a horse. And I think we all look at that with Mike Smith with his, Arrogate, believe it or not, even though he got sandwiched in that thing, was a front runner. It didn't look like it in the Dubai, but I think Mike Smith can go to the lead when he wants, but he definitely is okay from behind. You could say the same thing with Rosario. They're just more comfortable being in the back with certain horses. I used to see the same thing with Mike Smith, but I don't think he's bad out of the gate. I just think he knows his horses really well. And maybe I'm being a homer because I, always at the mic. But I used to kind of think that too. Like he's better on a come from behind horse. But Rosario can go to the lead and win. Mike Smith, and I feel like they can hustle him out. But are they gate jockeys? Like what are they called? Not gate jockeys. Yeah, gate jockeys. What are they? Break jockeys. I forgot what they call it. Some stupid word. No, they're not like Maldonado or those hustle jockeys, right? It's a hustle jockeys, something like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. They're no McCarthy. Bravo and McCarthy are doing well in California, though. You got to be happy for them.
Yeah. The jockey colony has definitely isn't what it was a few years ago, but I'm happy to see Mac go in there, and we'll see. We'll see how long he, wish him well.
Yeah.
He can come back here and dominate, but we got a couple of between Sanchez, Rodriguez, Danny Santana, got a couple guys. We're talking about the trainers and the horses. A couple good jocks coming up from Florida as well here at Delaware, doing their summer camp here.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just more into it now, but I do feel like Delaware is getting a little more prestigious in a sense this year. Like they're doing something a little more. I feel like they flew under the radar
marketing.
more.
I think it's the marketing on Twitter, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, that's you. Yeah. They got some guy. He's awesome.
But no, I am just, like I was saying to start out, I'm a little bit disappointed with the entries for the handicap, but what are you going to do? We have Saratoga going off, the Belmont Oaks going off, and the Delaware Handicap on the same freaking weekend. It's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, you almost think like, why wouldn't you ever wonder why these tracks like Delaware just be like, you know what, we'll just go on like, I don't even know, like even for handicapping wise, like Sunday or like a month before or 2 months before, like a warm up. Like
in Indiana did it great. I was talking to somebody here yesterday that the spotlight of the racing world was at the Indiana Derby on Wednesday. It was great. There was nothing else going on, and that they marketed it fantastically, and boom. Everybody was there. I forget what the handle was, but it was fucking impressive.
Yeah, that was even when we talked about Mahoning Valley when it was a Monday, and it was their biggest race of the year. It was like the Steel Valley Sprint. They did it on Monday. They were just
it's between, like I said, Saratoga and the Belmont Oaks the same weekend. Come on. Next weekend we got the Haskell going. So
and that's I was gonna say, at least you're not really competing with Monmouth now. I think the best thing happening might be what's going on with Monmouth, honestly. Because
maybe a little bit of Pimlico. We're gonna get hit when Colonial Down starts. The Colonial is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. So we're gonna feel that hit during the week. I know Jamie's taking a lot of his horses down there.
I'm not going to say who the trainer is, but a trainer did say a couple days ago, I got contact from somebody who said the horse was training so poorly that he couldn't win it. I wouldn't bring him to Monmouth. And a trainer, a big time trainer, said this. And I was just like, wow, nobody wants to go to Monmouth right now.
No.
No one.
Just looks weird. I'll be up there. I'm going to go to the Haskell next weekend. I'm interested to see it live, just to see how that works. You can only see so much on television.
I know. I'm going to try to get Heriberto on, because I know he left here and went to there. We obviously are in contact with him. Because last time I talked to him in person, he really complained about the whip rule in California. The 6 times you can whip them, and he was just saying, like, I don't even know how many times I whip them before the stretch, like, because you don't know. You're steering them. Yeah, exactly. It's like an athletic move. You just do it. You don't think about it. Like, how many times did you dribble up the court? I don't know.
I don't know. However many times it took.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what he thinks that he went to Monmouth after that. I was like, well, what are you doing? But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's crazy. But anyway, all right, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Degen Nation representing, doing their thing. They were out in Monmouth last week. I think it was a good time. They had a big party out there. We're going to do some stuff at Del Mar. We got the Survivor Pool coming up, Tom. So both of them, Saratoga and Del Mar this year. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do that. So hit that like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, have some fun. Good luck at Delaware Park for Saturday, July 10th. For me, G. Randall Johnson, the Triple Clowns, and Tom, the Step Clown from Tom and Tom Racing. Check him out. Delaware Park's main guy. That's who you're going to be from now on.
That could be worse.
Really?
Can't all be Del Mar. Can't all be a Del Mar. And beautiful palm trees. Sometimes you got to walk through puddles. And occasionally dodge bullets. I mean,
it happens. Like, what are you gonna do? But yeah, absolutely. All right. So thank you, Tom. But thanks everybody out there for listening. Good luck tomorrow with other handicap, and we got some other stuff coming up pretty quickly. So check it out. All right.
See everybody.
Bye-bye.